Calvin Jones here, Park Tool Company with Tech Tuesday. Here we're at the Interbike Show with Jeff from FSA. What do you got for us today, Jeff?
We have the FSA WE Wireless Electronic Drivetrain.
WE, this is going to be fun. Wireless electronic, do we get it? So we're going to start up at the top where we got our hands connected up to the arm to our brain where the shifting's going to happen. You can reach down and shift, but there's no wires, only brake cables coming from here. Is that right?
That's right. We've got a coin cell battery and a transmitter in each of these shifters, and they're operated by a rocker button that shifts their derailleurs up and down.
Right. So a little toggle button in essence.
Yes.
So we roll this back. See what we can see in here. We got your simple mounting bolt here. That's going to get us clamped tight. That's fine. So inside we have a battery.
Yep, a coin cell battery. It's a 2032, and we've got a transmitter in there, and then it starts talking to the rest of the bike.
Anytime you say the word battery, people think, how long is that going to last?
Well, they last so long we're not sure yet.
That's great.
We anticipate with the level of energy that this thing's trying to use, it'll probably last a year to a year and a half.
Year to year and a half. And there's also a system we'll see later that tells you time to think about a new battery.
Correct.
Okay. So from here, little wireless magic jumps. Where's the brain of this thing? Where are we going?
We're going here to the front derailleur. That's where the receiver and the brain is, and that's where all the thinking's done.
So if you're shifting the front, it's coming down to here. If you're shifting the rear, it's still coming to here, and then it's going to send it through some wires.
It sends it through a set of wires that's connected to a battery in the seat post, and that is channeled down to the rear derailleur, which is basically this is the minion, and that's the boss.
All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at where it starts then at the battery. Your power source is up here.
Yep.
So let's have a look inside.
So the battery is inside the seat post. You can't see the connectors because we've taken a lot of precautions in packing and unpacking here, but there's snap connections that fit from the battery leads to the wires, and you've got two. One runs to the front derailleur, one runs to the rear derailleur.
That's right. So this is not an AC, it's not alternating current.
Correct.
It's just and that's a coaxial cable?
It is a coaxial cable.
Okay, so charging the battery, how are we going to charge this thing?
Charging the battery is a cinch. You can take your Park Tool 1.5 millimeter L Allen wrench
from the HXS3 or other options.
You will loosen this bolt. I'll let you do that.
Let's have a look here. We have a pinch bolt. It's going to secure and keep the plug from coming loose. So here we're going to just simply loosen. It's only a snug fit. We back that out. That's a little clamp. And we don't grab the wire.
No.
We grab the plug, and there we are. So that we're just securing with the cinch in here. So what's going to happen on charge?
So what happens here is we have a charger, which I don't have with me. And you plug the charger lead into this cable, and you plug the other side into whatever USB interface you've got.
Okay. So shifting or battery life on our shifting, how long is our battery going to last?
We're predicting 4,000 to 6,000 kilometers per charge.
Per charge.
Yes.
So depending on your training schedule.
That could be quite a while.
That's right.
We're hoping for about a month.
That's right. Okay. So you've charged up?
Yep. It takes about an hour and a half to charge fully.
For a full charge.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're ready to rock and roll.
So this one, let's see if we can get a close up here. There's a nice click. We don't just put it in, we push it in, and we feel a firm click. There we are, a little click in there. Then gently snug. There we go. Nice and light, hard to over tighten with the little short L. Okay, stuff our wire back in a little bit. You want to clean this profile as possible.
Correct.
Okay, well let's talk about adjusting this thing. What's next, Jeff?
What's next? Well, you've got a similar fitting in the cable to the front derailleur. You have a pinch bolt interface here. the cable snaps in exactly the same way.
Okay. So walk us through the process. I want to go for a ride today. What's the first thing I'm doing?
You have to turn it on.
Turn on your cell phone. Turn on your car, your electric car.
Yep.
How do we turn it on?
Well, this power button, the universal sign for power, push that, hold it down, your lights will cycle through to blue,
Okay.
and you poof, you're ready to go.
Let me try that. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to push. Lights change. I let go. It's off. So let's get a good view. So turning it on, push the power button. Went through the colors.
You're ready
We're good to go. Oh, a little blink. What does this tell us?
So the flashing LED here is telling us the charge of the main battery, and it'll flash a different color depending on what your charge is. When it's flashing red, it's time for you to go home.
Charge it up. Take an hour and a half break.
Yep.
And charge it up.
And then get back out there.
Okay. So it also tells us we're on. We're ready to ride.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So adjusting the gears. Let's go through that.
Okay, adjusting the gears is a pretty simple process actually. So you find the middle gear. This is going to tell the system where effectively the 0 point is.
So right, you're creating a 0 point, and then the derailleur will know with the brain how far to jump.
Correct. How many positions it has on either end.
Right.
And so you at this point you go into your set mode, which you see the set button on your derailleur. Hold that down, and you'll see at that point 2 green lights pop open. And
so now you're in adjustment mode.
You're in set mode, and it's going to tell you
I'm
in set mode. Yeah, it'll remind you that that's what you're doing in case you want to know.
Go ahead.
So this is where you micro adjust the position of the derailleur in relation to the center cog.
So virtual adjusting barrel.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. You can probably feel it more than see it, but each time you click the shifter, the derailleur moves slightly.
If I put my hand here, yes, I can feel a little bit, and we're getting a little noise up.
You can see we've gotten a little too close to the next gear.
So here we backed out our barrel adjuster too far.
Correct. So you pull it back. You find the center. Generally, it's 4 to 5 clicks from when you start to hear noise. And then you exit set mode.
Okay. Or you can come back the other way if you went too far.
Yes.
Okay. So this is inboard. There we go. So a series of clicks, again, as if it's a virtual barrel adjuster, backing out the barrel adjuster, moving the guide pulley inward, turning the barrel adjuster in, which is pushing our outward shift button to bring it back toward the small cog a little bit. We want to line it up centered.
Right in the middle.
Yep, and that view underneath, pulley to cog, right in the middle. So now we're set. We're going to push the 2 again.
You press and hold the set button.
That puts us back into regular riding.
And you're good to go.
Right.
Your little reminder light starts blinking again.
And the reminder light saying, let's get on the road. We're jumping. Okay. Well, we know that each frame's a little bit different. So do we have some sort of limit screw?
We have limit screws, and they rest on the back of the derailleur.
So these little screws here. So we're going to set which one first?
Let's set the outboard limit screw first.
Down to our small 11 here. So we're going to shift on down. Okay. So here?
Yes, and this limit screw is going to be that fella?
Yep, this little limit screw here is our outer screw. So we come in and we run it down till I feel it bump.
Yep.
I've stopped against something. So from here, we want to back up.
You want to back up about a half a turn.
Okay, so simply 180 degrees on the wrench. That's going to give us that little overshift. Make sure that we have that nice drop down to the 11, so when we're coming around in the finish, I can come around your wheel and I'm going to get that win.
And you're going to get the fastest shift out there.
That's right. So that stops it on the outboard.
That stops it on the outboard.
Now we have to go inboard.
Do the same thing inboard.
Up, 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 up. So here, it must be this way. So here, in, all the way. I'm going to feel it bump. There's a bump. And same thing.
Yes.
I have done. Limit screws are done.
That's it. And
that's ready to go.
You don't want to force it. It's not like an old school derailleur where you can feel the derailleur moving around. You're actually pushing against a gear here, so that bump is all you're looking for.
Let's talk about that. So there are some gears in here. They're driven by the little motor.
There's a motor with a gear that drives a timing gear that drives a couple of other gears. This
Right.
is a gear-driven system.
So a system that I like on a normal spring derailleur, mechanical, is to physically shove that to test the limit screw.
Correct.
We're not doing that here.
Right.
So old dogs, let's learn some new tricks. Good to know. So that's the rear. We're happy there. Let's move to the front. Here we got a pretty plain, if we just look at this part, pretty simple derailleur. We have a cage. We have a bolt for a rotation and height.
Yes.
Is there any differences here?
No, you set this up like you would any other front derailleur.
Right. So we're looking for closed tube, but not on the rings. We're doing the same rotation. We're tight here. All that's normal. Let's go over the electric part.
Okay, so you go back into your set mode, same as you did with the rear derailleur.
Okay. So I'm going to push the set button. And
Boom.
2 lights came on. I'm now in set mode. It's ready to adjust. Next.
So what you're going to do here is you want to tell the system that you're adjusting the front derailleur.
Right.
So you push the front shifter button.
So we smack it upside the head.
Yep. And
there, I'm talking to you.
And that tells you that you're now going to micro adjust the front derailleur's cage position.
Okay, so we've talked to the brain up here. We're working with the front, so the micro shifting is going to be done. But this is the interesting thing. Where do we do our micro adjustment?
Same place you did it on the rear.
So the right-hand lever, the micro adjust, is used for the rear, and it's also used for the front. So we're going to continue adjust right here.
Yes, you are.
So small taps. Can we see that with a close-up? You can feel it. See that move a little bit this way and a little bit this way. Look at that. It's kind of fun. So where do we want to be here?
You want to have a very small gap between the inner cage plate and the chain.
So I'm going to move closer. Boy, is that a small.
And that looks about good to
That
me.
is pretty small. So right through here, we want that gap very, very small. So continue.
You're done with the small chain ring?
Yep.
Pop it into the big chain ring.
So let's pedal the bike.
Pedal the bike and shift the front shifter.
Up to the big.
And this is the same idea, only you're adjusting the outer cage plate position in relation to the chain.
So we want to use a small gap outer cage to the chain.
Yes.
So make my adjustments again. On the right lever. That's a small gap there. Okay.
There you
So
go.
now that's set.
That's set.
Set it and
Forget
it. So now I'm going to push the set button to get out of my adjustment mode. Is that correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
There we go. Single light is blinking. That's my ready to go.
That's your ready to go.
Go rock and roll. So I'm going to try it. Down. I'm going to shift back here and see. So the front one is automatically trimming.
Yes, it is.
So the two talk to each other. I'm going inboard. Okay, me too.
Right.
I'm going outboard. All right, let's go outboard.
Exactly.
Very nice. Let's see if we can watch that in action here on the front. We got the front there. So we've got 11 here, we have 2. Do you truly get 22 usable gears? Are there certain combinations that you really...
Well, we still don't recommend cross-chaining.
Okay.
It's especially with compact gears and short chain stays, you run into mechanical problems.
Okay.
And this system's like other systems, not going to be immune to that. However, it does understand all the gear positions, and if you want to break the rules and cross chain, you can go right ahead and do that.
You own it?
Yep.
You do it. So, is there any other accessories or software that this comes with?
It's going to come with an app. In the app, the user is going to be able to adjust battery timeout, where the system will turn itself off after an interval. The user is going to be able to adjust the button assignments. So if you want to shift the rear derailleur with your left hand, and you want the up button to make it go down and the down button to make it go up, you can change all of that and just knock yourself out.
That seems kind of like, well, why would you ever want to do that?
People are individuals, and we embrace that.
Good example, the Ride to Recovery group, people that work with wounded people or people with certain not having a hand, situations like that, definitely I can see switching things around would make a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
So, good. Well, great. This is new from FSA, full speed ahead. Check them out. Check us out, parktool.com. And that's Tech Tuesday, Jeff. Thanks.
Thanks, Calvin.
Let's do it again next year.
Let's do it.